Do you work for free? Because I certainly don't. I've discussed this before, but it happened again. Hey everyone, how's it going? So you are riding home with Kenny. So this happened actually yesterday. Oddly enough, when I was home. As you know, I have that greenhouse at my house. A lot of you know about that. And Mrs. Wrenching can no longer use it because of her health issues. So we decided we were just going to get rid of it because also I want to put up a garage, a bigger garage. So I put an ad up on Facebook Marketplace to sell it. And I have it sold. Okay. Got rid of it. The guy's actually been taking it down today. He'll be back tomorrow to continue taking it down and then haul it away. So while he's there yesterday and we're talking, this landscape guy pulls into my driveway. And I'm looking and I'm like thinking, maybe this guy saw my ad and recognized the greenhouse. That's always a possibility. And he stopped by. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. So the guy gets out and he goes, I'm looking for Kenny. And I want to say, well, this guy's Kenny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who this guy is. So I'm like, yeah, that's me. She goes, hey, he goes, do you know such and such? And he gave me a name. I go, yeah, I know who that is. He goes, yeah, he gave me your information and he asked me to, or he said that I could come by and talk to you about my wife's vehicle. And I said, oh, okay. I said, what do you got? So he tells me he's got a Honda CR-V. And they had it at another shop, and the other shop put a transmission in it 2 weeks ago. He's going on about how it cost him $4,000 to have a transmission put in this thing. Okay. And now he's got a problem and it's making a weird noise and he's afraid to drive it. It's got a check engine light on. Okay. Can I come over there and scan it and let him know what the check engine light is? Well, it turns out he lives about 20 minutes away. So I'm like, all right. I said, well, sure. You know what? I'll go over there and I'll do that for you. I said, now, like I said, he was driving a landscaper's truck. He had the racks on the side, like the posts coming up out of the bed of his truck, and mounted to the posts, he had weed whackers. So I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I need to get the front of my yard there weed whacked. I said, I'll trade with you. I said, I'll go do the scan on your car and I'll get your report. I said, if you can just weed whack the front of the house. All that consists of is the walkway, the street, and the edge of the driveway. That's it. That's all it consists of. I can do it in about 35, 40 minutes. He's a professional. He's a landscaper. He could probably do it in 15 to 20 minutes. So he looks at me and he goes, what do you mean by trade work? I go, I'll do the scanning that for you, and if you could do that for me. Well, he goes, that's going to run about $80. Okay. I was like, and what about what I'm going to do for you? Well, you're not going to charge me for that, are you? So let me get this straight. You come here over to my house, and you're asking me to come over to your house to look at your vehicle that somebody else has already worked on, and you paid them $4,000 to put a transmission in. But yet, you want me to come over to your house for free, 20 minutes away, so that's a 40-minute ride in total, and then spend at least 20 minutes there scanning this with my $4,000 scanner. I mean, yeah, no, it's not $4,000, but if I use my Snap-on, it would be. But you don't want to weed whack my house while you're already here? You were in the neighborhood? Like, and it's an $80 job, but my job it shouldn't cost anything? So he's like, I think I explained it a little differently than that, but this, you understand where I'm going with this. So he says, he goes, I don't understand why you would have to charge me. What? You don't understand why I would have to charge you? I said, I got to drive my vehicle over to your house 20 minutes away. I got to scan your car, get a report, let you know what's wrong with it. I said, and that's usually never the end of it. I said, and then drive back home. I said, that's an hour. I said, I figured we could be trading off. I'm using my equipment, you'd be using your equipment. It would take you however long to do this before you even drive home, and I'm willing to do it. Yeah, well, that's not fair. What do you mean it's not fair? Like, I swear, I can't make this up. This actually happened. This actually happened yesterday. And, mind blown, yet again. Every day my mind gets blown, it seems, lately. So we're just talking. I'm trying to have like a nice, normal conversation with this guy. And I could see him getting aggravated with me. Like, why will I not go over to his house and just scan his car? I'm willing to trade labor with you. I'm willing to trade work with you, and you're not willing to work with me? Like, what? So I even said to him, I said, so let me get this straight. What you do for a living is worth something, but what I do for a living is not worth anything? He goes, well, you already have the scanner. How difficult is it to go over to my house and scan it? I said, you already have the weed whacker, and you're here at my house. So he actually says to me, I'm going to have to think about this. Okay. You think about it, and then you get back to me. Oh, and somewhere in that conversation, that's kind of how this whole thing started. Somewhere in that conversation, I said to him, why don't you tow it back to the shop that did the transmission? Because I have to pay for the tow. That's kind of how this whole thing started with, well, what do you think about me spending my time going over to your house? So, yeah. So, I don't know where this mentality has come from, where everybody seems to think that us going, mechanics that is, mobile mechanics or whatever, going to your place to do something, or even if you come to our shop for me to hook a scanner up, there shouldn't be a charge for it. Like, I don't understand that. Like, oh, you already have the equipment. Well, you already have the weed whacker. You already have the fuel. Like, what? But yeah, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I really don't. It's a strange mentality, but it's prevalent. It's prevalent. Sorry, I forgot my microphone. I hope this is coming out okay. If not, I'll just make it up. Anyway, that's about it. If you look down in the description, you'll see I have links to Amazon products. They help me immensely if you click on them, because it shows I get traffic. If you do buy something, even better. It's stuff that I use. It's stuff that I recommend. So it's stuff that's in there that, is like you've seen me use it. So, all right. Well, hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.